All right, kids, we are going to talk about my tattoos. Okay, and I want to see my face first. Okay, hello, welcome to my channel. If you do not know, I have slowly but surely getting my sleeves done, and it has been a journey. So I didn't have tattoos like, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. And I always was like, I always wanted to get tattoos, and I always thought it was really cool. And I have a sister that has like just tat it up, just tat it up. And I was just like, always thought it was really cool. And I just, so one day I was like, it's time. This is things I want to do with my life. And, people always tell you, oh, well, when you're 80 years old, the tattoos you get, well, okay, then I'll be 80 years old. Like, it is what it is, like, meh. So I just want to do what I want to do and live my life as I see fit. And sometimes I have a really hard time doing that because sometimes I just get in my head and I don't want to disappoint people, and I care what people think. And it's just one of those things where I'm just like, who gives a flying fudge monkey? Anyways, so I went on this tattoo journey, and for those who don't have tattoos yet, I would highly suggest that you actually sit down and really think this out, because I don't plan on this. Getting something removed is not an option. So I have sat and I have thought out my tattoos, thought out what my placements will be, thought out, what each sleeve's gonna do, what I'm not gonna do, like what my plan is. And then money becomes a thing, because I would love to just go in like 2 days and just get my sleeves, but I've been doing it all shortly but surely. So I'm gonna show you what I have so far, where we are in the journey. Okay, so we have, sorry guys, we're gonna be getting a new tripod soon. Okay, so we have this snake, crescent moon, and stars with a little apple. Now, this was my first tattoo. I got it when I went on like a girls trip for my birthday, and I love the snake. I have learned though, you have to work with an artist. Like, there's artists that might not know how to tattoo melanin skin, or you need to see their work before. You need to ask them these questions. And I've had an artist straight up tell me, no, I haven't. Or yes, I have. And do with that information as you will. But I know that I like to see their work and see what's going on, so I can see how that's gonna look on me. So for this one, it needed to be like a collaboration of what she had did before and what I felt confident that she could do. Because confidence is key. It's like when you go into anyone who's taken an art class, you go into, you draw what you're comfortable with, and you draw what's in your wheelhouse. Anything outside of your wheelhouse, you start to get nervous, start to get a little shaky. You can't do that on when you're tattooing me. We just cannot do that. So, the apple was an additive to a previous tattoo that she had done with the snake combined. I originally wanted these like little orbs, which thinking back now, I'm glad I didn't get them, because it would have just been, the way she was drawing it, it looks so stupid. And that's the thing, sometimes you have an image of what you want, and then the artist actually draws it out, and you're just like, oh, that don't look like what I want. So yeah, this, I love it. I've learned a lot about care and like aftercare for tattoos. I try to avoid getting the little paper that they put on. I try to avoid it like at all costs, because for my skin, it just goes on there, and it's just a bitch to get off. It really is. And it's like a whole process, and for me, it just really hurts. But I understand, if I'm traveling, I will have it on for 24 hours so I can sleep and not worry about it. It just depends on if the tattoo's leaking a lot, or it just depends. This one, ink was everywhere. Just everywhere. So yeah, this one, his name is Ralph. I want to say hi to Ralph. I love him. I love the shading. I love the vibe. It was very quick to get him. It was like an hour and a half maybe from the vision to the picture to the ink to the instructions, him giving me everything. When I got the paper, like the little clear paper they put on, those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, they put like a little clear bandage over it. And some will tell you to use it, for 3 to 4 days to shower. Some will tell you you could take it off right away. Like, every artist tells you something different. You really need to just know how your skin is. I took the bandage off for this like an hour and a half out. I was like, I'm good. I don't need to be dealing with my skin, attached to it, whatever. So I took it off, and I always use water to wipe it down first, and then I'll go in with soap and just clean the tattoo real quick. This was fine. It healed pretty quickly. I will say the artist is a little bit more heavy-handed, but I love it. I love the detail. I love this tattoo. Love it, hands down. So then this one. So I went out of town, and mind you, I've gone to different artists. Many people will tell you, do not do that. I don't know. I like to go to other artists because I like to see a compilation of different work, and it just, I don't know. I like it. It's kind of having a hodgepodge vibe on you. And I will say not every artist's work is the best, and everyone's work differs. Some is really, really excellent. Some is just like, eh. And it also goes with your mood. I mean, when are you getting your tattoo? Are you going through something, or is it really, symbolic of something, whatever. But I normally get tattoos when I go on like a girls trip, or for a birthday. Yeah, most of my tattoos have been during my birthdays. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it. So I don't know what I just had an ADHD brain fart. Okay, anyways, back to this. I wanted it to be like this mystical eye, but I also was cheap. So I only paid like $220 for this tattoo. And originally what I wanted, I don't even remember what I wanted. We literally had to scale it way back down because he was trying to charge me like $500 and $600. I was like, oh, hell no. And I needed to hurry up and pick something, or he just opened a shop for the day, so I didn't want to like have anyone come in and then he deals with them versus dealing with me. So anyways, plus I had like other girls with me, so we all wanted to get something, so it kind of needed to hurry up. I'm always gonna continue to do the stars and the crescent moon type of vibe. I've realized that this is going to be something that's going to be a theme all throughout my arm. I wanted to have a mystic eye that looked like my eye. And so that's kind of what we did. I mean, the triangle part, I don't know how that came about. Again, I looked through what he already did, some of his old work, and I kind of just made my own touches on it of what I like that he does. So I liked that, and he seemed to really like the vibe, and I love how he kept some of the stars are very faint and dainty. Love it. That shop, I have not been back since, and I have this weird habit. Once I go to a shop, I don't really go back. I don't know why. I think I've only gone back to one shop twice. One of them, the person I tried a new artist, and she just couldn't do the tattoo I was looking for. And she told me straight to my face, she's like, yeah, no, because I was like, this is what I want. She kept giving me sketches of other things. It just was a whole thing. And her tattoos look janky as hell. I was like, oh. Anyways, so that brings us to this bad boy. This arm is actually going to be colored. So I want this arm to be black and white, and then I want this arm to be colored. So this I got, and I came back from a trip, and I just felt like I needed to get that I came back from my birthday trip, and right after, I immediately was like, okay, let me get this. It's a very long story behind it, but it's a dragon with some flowers. I want to get the flowers touched up again, because this is, oh my God, freaking tripod. This is when someone tells you, oh, I know how to tattoo melanin skin. I know, it'll be great. You can trust me, blah, 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 blah. I like this tattoo. I love it. I think it's really, really cool. Like, the detail, it's there. Everything is really, it's a really cool tattoo. Minus all my fat. Like, it's cool. Like, it's nice. Okay. The issue is, I learned this the hard way. Going to a shop, mannerism is everything. I don't want to be the only girl in the shop and people are talking about bitches and hoes and dicks and just inappropriate thing making me feel uncomfortable. Like, oh, I fucked this bitch last night. Like, ooh. That shop, I have learned sometimes you just need to bring your headphones in, because I've had all these other tattoos I've dealt with, either being with someone, one of my friends or something, or having the person doing my tattoo talk to me, and I've been able to get through my tattoo like that. This tattoo is it was the first time I had dealt with the artist not really saying anything to me. The artist kept getting up. The artist kept, having to go for a smoke break. It just was such a weird experience. I mean, so uncomfortable. I had already paid, so I wasn't gonna back out and back down. Again, from far away, the color looks really cool, and it's just, I like it. When I first got it done, it looked a lot better than when it started healing. And the healing process, I use A&D ointment. That's what I use. Everyone has their own opinion on it. Everyone has their own options of what they like to use. Okay, cool, awesome. You do you, boo. But it healed weird to me. And it just, so I think a month or something later, I ended up getting this because I was really annoyed. I just needed something to kind of really flow. I needed the redness to kind of flow. And that's the thing too, like doing this sleeve journey for me, it's like slow, but it's steady process. But I also need to know that like things in my head, I keep changing. Okay, I wasn't gonna do this, but because of da-da-da, I'm gonna change this idea to this. This was never supposed to be this big. It was never supposed to be this big. But it is. So I used to work 3 jobs, long story short. And I had to quickly kind of just, flip some money so I could make sure I could get this. I was like, no, I need to get this done. I needed the redness to kind of flow. I don't know how to explain it, but I needed to get this done. So in between jobs, I found a day where I had a morning off. And I just had my headphones on, and I literally told him, okay, I trust you, because he had done Ralph. It was the only shop that I've gone to the second time. He had done Ralph, and I told him the image. I was like, yeah, I want a spider, and I want, cobwebs, and I want a rose, and the picture and what I saw, what he drew, did not do this tattoo justice at all. I thought it was gonna be like cobwebs in the rose, but neither here nor there. But I knocked out. I literally slept through this whole tattoo. Like, I think at some point I kind of woke up like, huh? I was so tired. So for all my other tattoos, I've been able to like look halfway through, whatever. This one, I was just so tired that it's a good thing I had trust in him. So the spider, once it started healing, you can't see some of the white he put in, but it is really, really cool. And this, love. This is one of my favorite tattoos. The green shading, just everything about it. Like, I loved it. I just love the flow of this. So that was a vibe. That was a whole thing. And it wasn't that cheap. It was, I don't even know how much it was. But I want to go back to that same person and have him do something to make this flow up. Brings me to my latest tattoo. is this one. Oh, she's just beautiful. So I originally, and here's the thing, I will stalk and find different shops. I'll talk to them. I will send them pictures. I will, send them emails. And I had an original shop organized when I went out of town. And again, it was for my birthday. And I had a specific shop organized. I sent him everything. I was about to send him the deposit. I'm so glad I didn't, because, it fell through. He just never responded back to me. And he never, we never confirmed my time. And I was just like, okay, that's weird. And it wasn't going to be cheap either. He was trying to charge me like $700-800 for a tattoo that I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, it is what it is. But his works looked so good. I found this little hole in the wall shop. I went there. I've learned I like sometimes to see a female's tattooing versus a guy's. I'll go either way. I've had some girls tattoo me, had some guys tattoo me. I've had different experiences, but I really was looking for something really dainty. I was looking for something, and this healed so quickly. So quick. I didn't even have much irritation with this. I put on some ointment, and then that was about it. It feels like a second skin. It doesn't feel like, and I love this tattoo. I love the daintiness of it. The stars, I probably should have had her do the stars like this, but the stars are neither here nor there. It's the crescent moon, which is constantly a theme in my sleeve. It's the mushrooms. And then this eye looks very similar to this eye. So everything for me is cohesive, and the leaves mimic these leaves, and then that started leading it up. Love, and the little whispery part down here. Love this, because I wanted some butterfly-esque vibe, but I didn't want just a butterfly. So I'm really happy with this. I love it. And I was able to put on my headphones. I watched the first Harry Potter. I got to the scene where they had the what was it, the org, that monster that got into the girls' bathroom, and Hermione was in the bathroom, and Ron and Henry had to hit it in the head. That's how long it took to get the tattoo, because I remember being in the middle of that scene, and she's like, we're done. I was like, what? That's it, girl? And she's like, yeah, girl, we're done. I love this tattoo. I love the experience. I like the artist. And it was cool. It was a cool vibe. I've been trying to actually go back to the same artist for this one, to have her do something else for me. And it just, every time I try, it just hasn't, because she's not near me. So it's maybe 2 hours away. So I would have to replan a trip, or just plan a reason to go out there. And every time I've been trying, it just hasn't worked out. So that brings me to the tattoos I want to get. So when you look at me right here, I see something here that's missing, right? To me, something here is missing. Here, something here needs to start filling up. And that is what, because then we have all of this, we saw, anyways, we have a lot to start filling out. So, and people will tell you, oh, you should wait to get tattoos until you lose all the weight. Listen, guys, you've been here for how many years on my channel? Your girl's just getting fatter. I don't know what to tell you. If we wait until then, I'll be literally 80 years old. Anyways, so thinking some type of color, something with maybe yellow. I'm thinking sunflowers or something in here. I still am debating, but I have a list of what I wanted to get done. So in the beginning of the year, I'll write down what I'm thinking I'll kind of get done, and kind of looking up examples and just kind of figuring out and things that are symbolic to me, and realistically how much space I have left, because at some point I'm gonna have to start getting the tops of my shoulders done, and I don't know what I want to get done. But some people have a theme. Some people really do have a theme to their sleeves, and I love that. And I'm not one of those people. It's just, but I do know this arm's gonna continue to have flowers. It's gonna be more girly. It's you know, flowers here, flowers there. It's just gonna be flowers. This one, you know, it's just, I cannot wait for my next tattoo on here. And I think I know what it's gonna be. Found an artist that's closer to me that I'm thinking of getting it done for my Christmas present. I'm just nervous. I'm nervous because when you start the healing process, you really need to be careful that you don't have something that's like, you don't want to get a tattoo ever infected. I've never had that issue. But I've also gone and gotten tattoos that if I am on vacation, I've already been in the hot tub enough that I'm not going to go back, or it's already covered. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm like going swimming or something. So that to me, I always am just aware of like the healing process, because 2 weeks out, you really don't want anything to be on your tattoo. Like, you don't want it to be submerged in like chlorine, or I personally wouldn't recommend it. I've had that issue one time, and never again. I went into a hot tub, I think 2 weeks out, and never again. Never again am I ever gonna do that. So I'm trying to find the right timing to get this tattoo, but this tattoo will be, I want it to kind of start snaking in and start connecting, because that's the thing. I have filler work I'm gonna have to do at some point. And filler work is when, pretty much how it sounds, you just start filling all this crap in. I'm trying to figure out how that works, what it's gonna look like. The backs of my arms, what I'm gonna get, because the backs of your arms, no one sees. To be honest with you, like, no one's gonna see this. Like, I have to, like, when I'm doing my makeup, yeah, I'll see this arm. And this tattoo, I love it. I just never see it. Like, I see it now, obviously, whatever, but it's not something where, you know, I see this all the time. I see these two all the time. So placement is everything. A tattoo I want to get. Right now where I work, no one really gives me like a hard time about my tattoos. No one's told me anything so far. And I just don't know if this new one will make a difference. And mind you, some people there have tattoos, some people don't. One person has knuckle tattoos, but then you can't even really see it because they're so dark, just like his skin. So, and that's the thing, like, for him, you can, like, for example, like, he has tattoos right here. You can't even see it. Like, if I got it tatted, you could see it easily. So anyways, I'm still debating on the idea. And then it's also costs. So you get what you pay for. Like, I personally just would never do one of those like cheapy tattoos that you like Friday the 13th tattoos, because you get what you pay for. Like, you get a tiny little tattoo. Like, and some people like those. I don't. Unpopular opinion. I don't see the point of that. I just think it looks really tacky. I support people that, like, I mean, if that's what you have, cool, awesome. I just feel like if you're gonna get a tattoo, get a tattoo. Get a nice, well, good quality tattoo. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a girl. So yeah, that is our current tattoo journey.